My levels are good.
Audio slave.
My Aviciis are good.
Yeah.
Yo, dude. Avicii? You ever have arancini?
No, Avicii.
Arancini, like the little fried.
Oh, Avicii the DJ.
No.
Wait, he has a song called Levels.
It's so sad and it's so real.
Are you rolling?
Hey, we're rolling, I think.
Okay.
Can you do it? And it's... Oh, it's good. Bank shot. Nice job. Welcome back to So Sad and So Real. I'm Jason Collins.
John Campanelli, something's blinking on the screen. That's okay?
Now I'm paranoid, but I know what it is.
Got you! Just kidding.
Man, you made me get up for that?
Yeah.
Why did I get up for that? I'm not producing this thing. I'm the talent.
David, you're fired. We just don't have a podcast.
Should we do it? Say welcome back again?
No.
Are we good?
You guys want, man? It's great.
All right, yeah, this is just us. Just being super cool dudes, right?
A lot going on.
Were you popular in high school?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I had an interesting high school experience.
Oh, really?
I'll make it quick because let's talk about more fun stuff. People don't care about me. But
Oh, don't
No one
ever
cares.
say that.
there's too much going on. No one cares.
Guess what? The two people in this room, they got too much going on, care.
Well,
Very much.
Unfortunately, I'm at a point where I need more than that.
I don't blame you.
So I can't even dignify that with a response.
Don't
But,
blame you.
I moved to New York,
From?
Pennsylvania, freshman year of high school.
Ooh, that's a weird time to change schools, man.
It was horrible.
Were you a dork at your old school and did you like show up and you're like, this is the year I'm going to make it happen? You were like Grease 3.
No.
You showed up in a dope Camaro.
No, I was
jacket.
relatively in the popular. Like I played sports from the time I was young. Like I was good at sports. So no, I was definitely like cooler in middle school. Like I was a little bit of a late bloomer. I was a little dorky until about 6th grade, but I was still friends with everyone. I was just like I didn't really want to go out, and I was like
You were too cool for it.
No, I was kind of a dork. I had a bowl cut. I just like, you know,
A bowl cut.
yeah, and I just like wasn't.
Now, did your mom do that or did you do that at the barber?
No, that was what was up. I did it at the barber. I had.
Now, did they actually use a bowl?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. That was like what people had back then.
You know what a bowl cut is? They put the bowl on your head.
No, I know. You cut
And
it
whatever
around, and then it's like
yes.
shaved underneath.
Whatever hairs below the border there, no offense, they cut it, and then it comes off, and you're just like, oh, yo.
That's how like.
Did you have jet black hair, too?
That's how like poor people get a bowl cut like that, or like people
I
who
never
get
had
them from like their aunts. Like
I
feel
never
it's
had
something
a bowl
like,
cut.
I'll get it for you. Hold on. Sit down. Put a
You
bowl.
know,
I saw this.
That only, until I was out of high school, no one cut my hair except my mom. My mom cut my hair all the way through high school.
My dad bought a Flowbee from like as seen on TV, a Flowbee.
That's the hair vacuum thing,
And he
right?
tried to like talk. He's like, dude, you're not doing that. Like I was like too cool for a Flowbee.
Now
You're not
what-
giving me a Flowbee. Give yourself a Flowbee cut.
The Flowbee,
Crazy to do that.
the Flowbee was a vacuum hair trimmer, right?
The Flowbee makes me realize if social media was around back then, we would still be the same. Because that was like my dad saw it on TV and was like, a Flowbee, I should get that. And I'll cut, all of a sudden I can cut hair. Try to take a vacuum to my head.
That's what it is. It's a vacuum.
It's a vacuum that cuts your hair essentially.
The Flowbee.
Just get a razor. Just get a buzzer.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
It was
my mom
such a-
did. My mom did scissors
Pull
only.
up the Flowbee, the dumbest invention of all
Yeah,
time.
look at that.
Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that Flowbee over there. There's a bunch of Flowbees.
Flowbee.
That sounds like it could be a bad word. It should be a bad word because it's a bad invention. So the Flowbee's so stupid because instead of a Flowbee, just get a buzzer and scissors.
And a vacuum.
No, you don't need, the Flowbee is not even effective.
No, look at the vacuum, what it does.
I know.
See, when I'm trying to cut my hair, it's
I
always
know.
falling down and falling over the comb. You got a vacuum sucking that thing straight up, you're like, oh, perfect. Snip.
Oh, it didn't actually cut your hair? I think the Flowbee cut your hair. Dude, can you just look up what the Flowbee is? What the fuck's a Flowbee?
What's a Flowbee?
The Flowbee is an electronically powered vacuum.
That's a shop vac.
Dude, it's the dumbest thing.
That is for cleaning up sawdust.
You know what it is? It's for a dad to get and be like, I'll give you a haircut, but I'm not gay. Take the Flowbee. Look, we're not even close. Because the other way, you got to get close with the scissors.
Right.
Put the thing
You
on.
gotta get
What do you
rid of-
like? You immediately become fabulous. But the Flowbee is for the straight dude.
Yeah, the dudes, Flowbee. Hey, Pop, Give me that Flowbee.
Yeah. We're gonna go
You
cut
gotta
the
say-
grass.
You got to say
We're-
pop.
Mow in one hand, Flowbee in the other.
Yeah,
just
dude.
Yeah.
We're mowing and flowing.
mowing and flowing. You know, they say if there's grass on the field, play ball. What?
What? Dad, that doesn't even make
Yeah,
sense.
why
What's
do you have a bunch
happening
of
here?
things? Yeah, this is crazy.
Yeah, I never
Flowbee.
went to a barbershop until I was probably 19, 20. First time I ever went to a barbershop.
Crazy.
And then I went to the same guy for freaking 30 years.
because
Then
you realize what you've been missing
He
out on.
did. So now I go, for the last 20 years after that, I've been going to my boy at my buddies, my peoples, my ladies too,
It's
at
hard.
the Ohana Barbershop in Long Beach, California. Check it out.
Okay, say it again.
The Ohana Barbershop, Long Beach, California.
Sponsor us. So
Yeah.
haircuts are it's hard to find someone that can cut your hair the right way.
Yeah, my brother and I have been very fortunate. Our hair is curly, so even with a bad haircut, if you just put little product in
My
it,
hair is actually Larry.
that was good, John. It wasn't that, but for some reason,
It ain't no mo.
a bad haircut was harder to see on a curly head of hair.
What?
I know it ain't no mo. I'm trying to ignore it.
What would you say? Because you have
The
curly
bad hair is hard to see it on curly hair
right?
because
just
it's all
bad.
over the fucking place.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's top ramen, like I said before.
You're not that.
Dude, you're
curly.
staring at my hair.
You're not that curly.
No, because I put
You
product
got
in
great hair.
it. I do, right?
Yeah.
I got a good head of hair, huh?
Yeah. Both you guys really have good hair.
It's still there.
You know.
It's still there. That's what I'm happy about. Hey, Jason Collins here from So Sad and So Real. Make sure you to continue to rate and review at Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeart, wherever it is that you download your favorite audio podcast. If you want to look at our beautiful faces, go to our official YouTube channel. And when you're there, make sure you like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know when something new is coming your way. Thank you guys so much and enjoy the episode.
Are they starting early now? We got to go ask them. You got to go ask them.
We can't do that.
But they can't be having it at different times when we're trying to record today.
It's the same time.
Nope.
But that's their yard. That's like we've been doing this podcast for 10 minutes. We can't disrupt their life over our podcast.
They can't disrupt our life over switching times.
Yeah, they can actually. Because they're on their property. There's not they're minding the sound
But
ordinance.
there's no this is a neighbor thing. It's like, okay, well, we're going to record something. So if you just go to them and say, hey, just
See,
curious.
that's a sign of the times too. As at my age, if somebody came over and said, well, no, me personally, I'd be like, all right. But like thinking of going to somebody like in their 60s and going, hey, I'm trying to record a podcast.
Well,
Can
you
you
just
not
say
mow your
is,
yard
no,
at this
no,
time?
no.
People
Just
be
ask.
like, yo, kid, do me a favor.
No.
Get the fuck out of here.
I'm just saying, I don't think it's wrong to ask, hey, I noticed usually you do at this time. Then today you did it earlier.
But can I tell you?
And we're just trying to record something, and I understand, but I'm just curious, do you have a schedule?
And most likely it's not them doing it. It's the people that they hired.
Well, then
They hired a service, and they have a schedule. They are doing multiple houses a day.
okay. So then you're defending them. That's
Yes.
weird.
No, I'm just saying I'm not going to go tell them to change their yard schedule.
I'm not saying to change it. I'm not even saying to do it. I'm saying maybe just if you were comfortable enough just to ask them, hey,
That's
seems
what I
like
love about John so much, because he is comfortable enough to do that.
I would just be like, hey, it's totally fine. I'm not asking you to change your schedule. I'm asking you what your schedule is, because we're trying to record something for work, and it seems like you guys keep having a different schedule so, do you know around what time they're coming so we can work around your schedule?
Oh, that's a nice thing.
No, I
so
wasn't
you're
saying
not telling them to change things. You just
No.
want to let us know when it's happening.
Because it usually doesn't start until 1:32.
We don't?
No, they don't usually
Oh.
start till 1. Last time we heard it,
Last time was different because I think they were taking a tree down.
no,
That
it's
shit
because
was
we were
loud.
shooting 2 episodes, and it was during the second episode.
John pays very close attention.
I know it's hard to live like this.
Dude,
No one's paying attention to
You know what I
anything
call you? A keen observer of detail.
Can I tell you something?
Because I'm not.
It wasn't until the last couple of years that I
When the
actually
autism
realized.
just
Where I realized that I'm not joking. I never thought I was that smart. People would always tell me, I didn't get that. My grades weren't that great. I never thought I was that smart.
See, that's another thing. People make the mistake of they compare grades with intelligence, and that's not. Those are two different things.
And it wasn't until a couple of years ago, genuinely a couple of years ago, that I went, oh shoot, like I'm actually smart. Like but
I like that you're like, oh shoot, like it's a bad thing.
But not even. Well, it is, but it's not even.
It's a curse.
I'd probably way
a
more
gift and a
successful
curse.
if I was less intelligent.
Well, yeah, because you a lot of those people lack self-awareness and lack the ability to be like, ooh, I probably shouldn't do or say this because I'm going to lose people in my life for this behavior. But like most successful people are psychopaths.
Well, that's the thing. It's the having a conscience mixed with the intelligence. If I didn't have
Empathy.
the conscience and empathy, which is conscience essentially to a degree.
Oh, you just corrected me, dude.
No, I mean empathy and conscience could be a little different. Like you, but I feel like they could technically be.
My brother put a text that I was too loud with my drinks on the pod, so I was just.
So,
I literally just muted that.
He's being so combative with us.
I know.
Hey, I'm in a mood, guys.
Very confrontational.
Admit that.
Hey,
Great.
I'm in a mood.
Such a good. If someone was being a dick to me and they were like, "Look, man, I'm being a dick right now. I'm just in a mood."
Yeah,
I'd
it's
go,
on me. It's on
Got
me.
it.
Yeah.
As long as you can say that. But a lot of people will be, because it's on the rise.
Texas.
Gaslighting, I think, is.
Well, yeah.
But here's the thing: gaslighting always existed.
It didn't get the name Gaslight until the movie.
Right, but I think the reason that it's happening more is because there's less accountability. So people will they're finding ways to blame you for them doing something or not doing something.
Oh, yeah.
And it's becoming more and more acceptable to not have accountability because used to be a lot more cut and dry.
Right.
If you didn't do your job, then you got reprimanded for that. If you lied and got caught, you lied and you got caught.
Right.
But now people are getting caught lying and they're just like, I'm not going to admit that I was caught.
Right.
And all that stuff. And it's happening on a grander scheme because people are getting away with more or they just.
a lot of these young fuckers, they know that that's a term that came from an old movie?
No,
Or
I
did you
didn't
know that?
I knew that it had kind of come from something
There
relatively
was a
recent.
movie called Gaslight. I believe it might have been in the 40s or 50s. And the movie, there was a woman in the movie she was noticing something happening, and the lead was trying to, instead of going, what's happening, was telling her, you're crazy, you're making it up. This is just in your head, you're crazy. These things aren't happening.
Right.
Which, by the end of the movie, you found out they were really happening.
Right.
And that's where the term gaslighting came from. Yeah.
After the death of her famous opera singing aunt, Paula is sent to
Ingrid
study in
Bergman.
Italy to become a great opera singer as well. While there, she falls in love with the charming Gregory Anton. The two return to London, and Paula begins the whole thing. Man, I got to read this whole thing. It's
David.
to question.
Yes.
David, can you read
Listen,
me
listen.
another story? What I took more from you reading me the gaslighting, or where it came from, was the fact that I think I'd like for you to read me stories at night.
You liked his reading voice?
Yeah, it was a good reading voice, man. It
Soothing?
was soothing. I needed that right now.
Was it really? Or?
Yes. You should release a podcast of you reading fairy tales.
To finish it, sum it up, I just think, because I mean, I think that gaslighting has been around.
Yeah.
I think it's on the rise because I think there's becoming less and less accountability.
Oh
So it's just easier to blame and deflect, and then just and people are just getting away with it too much, or the other person just getting too exhausted and like, I don't even want to deal with this.
Right.
So
Do you think it's because they are lacking a level of intelligence that's a thing of the past?
I mean, it's got to be part of it on some level. I mean,
It might be. My brother sent me a very interesting clip online that I want him to play here on the podcast because I've tried to explain this to people and they don't get it. And the way this guy's talking about it, he's literally reciting actual data.
wait, what is this now?
He's going
Hold
to
on,
talk
stop.
about why people's cognition is lower than it's ever been in the history of
Cognitive
mankind.
skills, okay.
Right, and it's not. I
Is
don't know. If
cognition a word?
it's not necessarily an intelligence level.
What's that R. Kelly song? This is my cognition.
The remix to Cognition and the kitchen.
I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna stupid and dumb. Now cognition.
What a cognition
Okay,
mean?
whoa, we're taking too far.
Yeah.
That
Don't do this. You're right. That's
not
bad.
what we meant. Whatever you
anyways.
think it was is not what it was.
I've been saying that because with the advent and of technology and how fast it's accelerating, you'd think people are getting smarter, they're getting more intelligent because of this.
Can you hold that thought for a second?
Wait, it's making
Thank you. Hold it. Are you holding it? Why? I actually feel bad that we just did that when we went dumb. Why is that?
What?
We gotta.
Did we go Trump doing the news guy?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, we might have gone a little Trump doing the journalist.
Why is that? We need to come up with a better, because like,
dude,
to get across being dumb.
Wild was that Trump did that? And he even curled the wrist. I'm like, oh, you're doing the whole full palsy.
At that point, I thought it was so.
Yo.
At that point, I just thought he didn't understand. I just thought like he really doesn't understand the position he's running for.
He doesn't understand
a lot.
lot.
That's what I thought. I just went
being a privileged billionaire all your life. You're not going to have have an understanding for how the real world works.
He was just he wasn't speaking to people. He was putting on like a performance.
Right.
At that point.
Yeah. And he's like, the guys on the island would think this is hilarious.
Yeah.
The guys at the island, when I talk about this, they're going to think it's funny. Yeah. We're going to have the girls around. They're going to be laughing.
Yeah. They're going to watch me do this with my hands.
Yeah, they're going to know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, they're going to think I'm doing Steven.
And, it's shouldn't be offensive.
My friend Hawking loves it. He loves when I do that at the island.
He typed in, ha, ha, ha,
yeah.
ha, ha, ha.
He approves.
Yeah. Oh, my brother sent me this clip, and I think it's so really cool because the guys, he's talking about the dad, like there's the studies in the dad and all that stuff. Go.
A former teacher turned cognitive neuroscientist who focuses on human learning. So a sad fact our generation has to face is this. Our kids are less cognitively capable than we were at their age. Since we've been standardizing and measuring cognitive development since the late 1800s, every generation has outperformed their parents. Until Gen Z. Gen Z is the first generation in modern history to underperform us on basically...
And I'm not showing this to shit on Gen Z, because guess what? This isn't their fault.
No, it's not their fault.
But go ahead.
It's not their fault.
Every cognitive
But
measure
they're
we
dumb.
have, from basic attention, to memory, to literacy, to numeracy, to executive functioning, to even general IQ, even though they go to more school than we did. So why? What happened? What happened around 2010 that decoupled schooling from cognitive development?
Gotta be our phones.
The answer appears to be the tools we are using within schools to drive that learning.
Whatever.
Once countries adopt digital technology widely in schools,
there it is.
Performance goes down significantly.
He's going to go on to say, and I want you to get to it eventually, that when we were kids, we learned from other human beings. Like we're designed biologically to learn from other humans. And when you're learning from a screen, even though it's a picture of a human, you're still just looking at a screen.
So to go off of that also, someone I know's wife is a teacher, and she actually wants to quit because she loves teaching. And she said she cannot stop. They can't stop the rampant cheating from ChatGPT. The kids aren't doing their work anymore. They're literally just cheating.
And they're not exercising their ability to free think. They're not exercising their ability to problem solve. They're not exercising their ability to think on their own.
Although
they could, all they have to think of is the assignment. I'll just type that in. Boom, the machine did it for me.
I think that adults included. I don't think this country collectively could pass a 5th grade book report. I mean, I'm seeing people.
I couldn't.
I'm seeing people that I know.
Depends on the book.
Well, a book report is you have to read the book and you have to write about it and appropriately comprehend essentially what the book's about.
You know what would be the hardest book to do a book report on? Where's Waldo?
Imagine a Where's Waldo book report.
Yeah, dude, I want that in my life.
That's so good.
So,
page 3. Where did you think of where Waldo was? God damn it, they got me.
First he was at the beach.
Yeah, damn it. He's in an amusement park.
He's dressed as a tiger.
He's in Paris with a beret. Don't find him, dude. He's enjoying his vacations. Right. Don't look for him. Get out of his face. Man, imagine poor Waldo living in a world of social media and cell phones. He can never hide. He can never hide in the crowd. They're always going to find him.
Imagine Waldo just turns to you one day. You're on page 8, and he's like,
"Dude,
guys, can you just leave me alone?
Hey, please."
I'm just look.
You know
look
that
how
Gen
hard
Z.
I'm trying.
Gen Z kids are actually finding him easier now because because Waldo has Find My iPhone on his phone.
They're just cheating.
There he is.
Yeah.
But again, that goes to my point. Didn't have to think. Didn't have to think with the technology. Push play.
For the U.S., we have our NAEP. That's our big data. Take any state NAEP data. Compare that to when that state adopted one-to-one technology widely. The NAEP data will plateau and then start to drop. We have academic research stretching back to 1962 that shows the exact same story for 60 years. When tech enters education, learning goes down. And we now have the clear understanding of why tech does not work for learning, and it is all biological. We have evolved biologically to learn from other human beings,
Yes.
not from screens. And screens circumvent that process.
Screens circumvent that process. That's what I wanted it to get to, because people, I think, they sleep on, or they don't put enough credit or stock into us as human beings. And I think the same thing with religion and all that stuff. It's like human beings love to give their credit of when they're making shit happen and things are going so well, they give credit to the Lord. They give credit to that. Hey, dude, how about you fucking did it?
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. Biologically, people don't understand that we are biologically designed to learn from other human beings.
So what's going to end up happening likely is the rewiring and restructuring of the brain. If you could pull this
What's
up.
happening now? That's why the
Right.
cognitive decline.
So I was in I forgot what museum I was in New York, but I saw this.
Lego Museum.
I was in Legoland, and
You know you can't go to Legoland without a kid?
yeah, no, I snuck in.
Good.
Hey, I'm here. I'm dressed up as I was hired by you guys to be a Lego guy.
But go ahead.
A long time ago, humans' brain chemistry was changed. Recent studies suggest a potential unexpected reduction in size. So I read that, and basically something happened
So our
with the
brains
brain.
shrunk?
Something happened with the brain.
Humans have always been, not all of us, but most of us, just lazy, because we're always trying to invent new and creative ways to make things easier. And when you make things easier, you don't have to think about it. Let's say the invention of the microwave. There was a time when people will go, "What? But fucking how?
Right.
Why is that happening? How the wireless phones? How is it? How are we able to transfer that information to this with no fucking wire, just through the
Well, I can tell you
know
this
what
right
I'm
now.
saying? No one's asking this questions.
I don't know how a phone works.
Well, it used to, you have to plug it in. It was electricity and blah, blah, blah.
Completely honest with you, I don't know how you work, man. I don't know how this
I
happens.
see what he's doing.
How does this work?
Yeah, what's going on? But you know what I'm saying? It's questioning the things, because we've come so far technology-wise that no one's asking the questions. How? People look at giant screen TVs that are in 8K, 9K, 10K, how beautiful and clear it is. And kids today are going, that's just what TV is. That's just what TV is. It's making the human race fucking lazy. We're not questioning how and why enough. And because we're not questioning how and why, we're not learning about it. We're not going, well, how can we change it? We're not, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, there's
Also,
no...
it's just like, it just doesn't seem, I think
That's
COVID,
just my opinion, by the way.
I think COVID did a lot.
COVID's
of,
not real.
Of stuff to us.
I love that he just let that bounce off his face.
Because what am I going to do, man? I think that a lot of people. Well, first off, I think the grass is always greener. Everyone's got social media. Everyone's putting on their best face. Everyone's making it look like. I have people like I'm. Truthfully, I'm struggling right now. That's okay. That's
Mentally or everything.
I mean everything. I mean career wise. Let's put right.
Aren't we all?
So, right.
Not all of us.
But when I say that, people think I'm complaining, and I'm like, no. So my truth is complain. My reality is complaining because they see my social media.
Yeah.
And I'm like, look, I'm a business on my social media. That's my business.
Yeah.
You have to make your business look good.
Yeah.
Even if it's not doing that well.
Yes.
Right? So I can't.
felt guilty recently because I was going through my social media, and I was going through it just to see what have I posted on any, and I started realizing I hardly have any pictures of my family on here.
But
and then I thought, good. That's my personal life.
Good.
And I tell you right now, my sons would hate it if I had a bunch of
No,
fucking
I don't want to do
pictures,
that.
You know what I mean?
But the thing is like, people see the shows, they see this, and they're
not
like,
reality.
oh, and I'm like, look, my job is to make you guys laugh, and I want to post things. I want to entice you to come see me.
Right.
So I'm going to post so that you come see my business.
And
right.
when they see that funny clip, in their mind, somehow the calculation goes, that's his life every minute of the day, 24 hours a day.
A money tree, he pulls
Not
money
true.
off the branches when he needs it. And so, but what's happening is they'll see that, and then they'll, instead of even saying, and then it goes even farther, because then instead of saying like, that looks awesome, I'd love to go to a show, they think, not everyone, but a lot of people on some level, you go, fuck that guy. Why can't my life be like that?
That's been
and
a
I'm
thing,
like,
yeah,
I'm
for
like,
sure.
it's it's the grass is always greener syndrome has
Think about
gotten
this.
has gone too far.
We've talked about this a few times. Your high school days.
Yeah.
You were doing pretty good. You did all right. You were an athlete. You were a popular guy.
I should finish the beginning. I actually didn't talk about what happened when I moved. You asked me to, and I never said it.
But
So I should revisit
when
that.
you were at your best, when you were
Yeah.
at your best in high
Right.
school, there was somebody at that school looking at you going, fuck that guy.
Of course.
And it's that just multiplied it.
And, you know, at least then it's like, yeah, I'm doing well. Guy's jealous. I have a hot girlfriend. Now
that part wasn't true.
But that was the reality. Now it's like, hey
She's a
man,
6.
I'm not. You know, I'm just trying to make people laugh.
Yeah.
I'm not working as much as I should be. I'm not making good money. Like I promise you, there's nothing to be jealous of.
Your height is pretty good. That's good.
I hate that. You know what bothers me about being tall now, and I hope it doesn't flood over? Trump is too tall to be doing what he's doing, and I'm hoping that it doesn't now flood over to people who are
Right.
now going to be, because he's doing short guy stuff. Trump is doing short guy
He's
stuff.
a tall
man.
guy doing short guy shit,
And he's not
dude.
that tall. I'm sure
He
he's
is a tall guy that has little man's disease.
dude, it's blowing my mind.
That's crazy. I never thought about it that
Yeah,
way. That's so funny.
This is what short leaders have done
Mm-hmm.
traditionally. I'm tall. Stop. We're supposed to be more trusted, man. Stop being short. He's
Yeah.
not that tall, but he's too tall to be doing this.
He's over 6 feet.
So he says. We know he lies about everything, so he's
Yeah,
probably
right.
not.
Oh,
But
he's
even
worried.
if he's 6,
If he didn't stand so fucking weird, Dave, pull up how he stands where he leans forward. Hey, what is that stance, you fucking weirdo?
he looks
And
like,
if
you know what he
did-
looks like right there? He looks like he thought his friends were behind him,
Yeah.
being the rest of the horse.
He's a
Like, it looks like he was dressed. He's standing like,
he's the front part of the horse costume.
yeah, and he didn't realize that they all bailed on him.
Look at that. How does he even have balance? That's crazy. If I tried standing like that for more than 2 minutes, I'd fall forward.
He looks like there's imaginary straps holding him, and he's like falling over.
Well, now he's not even standing up anymore. You notice that? All his press conferences and everything, the only time he's standing up in a press
love
conference
to cut his
is
legs
on
off.
the jet on Air Force One where he can hold onto the wall and kind of halfway hide behind it.
Imagine they cut his legs off and it was
Yeah.
just stumps, and him sitting there giving it, and then throwing a tantrum, and his stumps are just going like this.
Anyways,
I want to talk about my high school.
okay, let's talk
Quickly,
about what was it
because I
called?
feel like I didn't finish it, and I want to finish the thought. I moved when I was a freshman.
Oh yeah, and I said that's a weird time to change
Yeah,
schools.
and I was cool-ish and enough in middle school, good athlete. And then when I moved back to New York, this really weird thing happened, and it's kind of something, I feel like it's a theme of my life. But like when I moved back to New York, because I lived in New York till I was 6, the same town, and then my dad got transferred with his job, moved to Pennsylvania till I was 14.
Oh,
And
so
then
you were
job
New
got-
York, PA, then back to
back to New York at 4, so 0 to 6 New York, 6 to almost 14 or 6 to 14 in Pennsylvania, and then back to New York. Now my kindergarten like gym teacher, because I went to 3 different first grades because of the moving and stuff, and halfway through first grade is when we moved to Pennsylvania, and he was the varsity sports coach in the high school, but he was also like a gym teacher, so he was my gym teacher when I was up kindergarten and first grade. My mom called him to tell me I'm moving back, and he at least acted like he knew me, remembered me. Maybe he did. And then when he wanted to meet with me before I moved, and he was like, "Wow, you're like," because I was in Pennsylvania, so I was like pretty big, and like sports in Pennsylvania blew the socks off of New York sports. It wasn't even a comparison. Like those dudes could play in Pennsylvania. We had backyards. We were playing like, so I was tall already, and I was in better kind of shape than the kids in New York. So he was like, "Wow, a tall lefty." I was quarterback and good at basketball and pitcher. So he was like, "Wow, he's a varsity coach." He's
So you
like,
played all sports. Did
Yeah.
you wrestle?
I played soccer I also played soccer.
Did you wrestle?
No. So when I got there, he like basically went around telling everyone this big lefty was coming to school. So, and I didn't know he did that, man. I was like still pretty like innocent kid.
Yeah.
First day of school, I walk in the auditorium with the rest of the freshmen, and when I tell you, everyone turned around like out of a rom-com high school
That's
movie.
such a small town thing too.
And
what?
And he like, and because they all heard of who I was. And the rumors were that like I was recruited to come to that school. And I was like, no, my dad just moved with his job and it sucks. And my little brother was just born and I really wanted to go to high school with my other friends. And I'm really sad that I had to leave everybody, And so, what happens when people feel threatened, they don't go, this guy's awesome.
They go, fuck this guy.
They go, fuck this guy.
Yeah.
So I was fucking bullied
Wow.
relentlessly my freshman year, to a degree that like I still resent my parents for not doing anything. I was getting beat up. I was getting calls.
And this was freshman year?
Freshman year. But girls liked me.
Oh, it made it worse?
I started dating someone, and you know, I think we went far for, you know, whatever. Like we didn't have sex or anything, but she really liked me.
Am I right, Dave?
She really liked me. And I just was too new. I had a lot going on. I ended up, you know, we dated for like 3 weeks. That's kind of like how those relationships go. And I kind of broke up with her. And she was really upset, which is fine. And then this dude was a piece of shit who was in my grade. He ended up being one of the biggest bullies, but I befriended him at first. I didn't know any better. Oh. And he went around telling people that I just used her, which I didn't at all.
Right, because you didn't.
And her brother was a senior, and he found out.
Oops. Did he beat you up?
Yeah, him and his friends would punch me in the face. Like,
Is that what?
yeah, dude, I still look like it. I gotta stop doing that. I'm sorry.
Nose going over here.
So, do I have a nose that goes over here?
Yeah, it's crazy. I'm surprised you don't walk in circles.
I'm having freshman trauma from what you're doing right now. But it got bad. They literally made me like, they would come find me like at school and like make me like, and then other kids started getting involved. Like so they would like make me get on my knees in front of everybody and beg them not to hurt me, and they would spit on me and crazy shit, dude.
Bully mentality is bizarre, and I'm like, what's their home life like, where they think that that's okay to do?
And I didn't have any friends, or like I'm the oldest. My closest sibling is 6 years younger. I was just alone, dealing with all this. And
it's crazy because there was 3 of you, but you were like an only child.
Yeah,
yeah.
But then the weirdest thing happened. I was so good at sports that. The juniors started to kind of like me, and then the girls still liked me. I remember I ran. This is the saddest shit ever, and this is why heckling will never bother me. I was a dork. I ran for student council. My dad was like, "You should run for student council president," because I'm really, really not happy with my parents, like just completely not understanding what was going on. Like me coming home from school, crying and locking myself in my room, and like them not caring. They you got to run for student council. Like
that's the fix all.
I got booed. I went up there to give a speech, and they booed me, and then the popular girls started clapping for me. Oh. And so like the hot popular girls started like looking around and clapping for me.
Was it one of those 80s movies?
No, it wasn't a slow. It was just kind of like, what the fuck?
Well, it starts slow and then builds, and then everybody's like, we love you, John.
By the end of freshman year, I slowly started to become popular weirdly.
Oh,
sophomore year,
early. That's good.
Sophomore year, I was like one of the most popular kids. People had forgotten I had just moved there. The seniors, who were the juniors the year before, the seniors liked me.
Question?
That's right.
When you were popular, did you know you were popular?
It was weird. And I was dealing with a lot. I probably should have been in therapy, but not really, because the seniors I kind of started to know, but the seniors would take me out to senior-only parties. They just liked me because I was good.
That? Did we have senior-only parties when we were? No.
But they would get me fucked up, like haze me. But I thought it was cool. Oh. So I would be like, they wouldn't even tell me. They would just show up at my house on Friday and knock at my door, and it would be like the senior quarterback, Frank, and he would be like, "Hi, Mrs. Campanelli, is John home?
Joe, this is a movie.
Dude, it's like Dazed and Confused, or Dazed. It's like
who was the next door neighbor next in Leave It to Beaver that was always nice to the parents, but he was a little shit? Was it Eddie Haskell? Yeah.
So then they would come knock on the door, and they would be like, and I would be there, and I'd be like, "Hey guys," and they'd be like, "Oh John, we have plans to pick you up. Didn't you know that?" And I'd be like, "What?" And I would get in their car, they would drive down the street and go, "Start drinking right now." And I was a sophomore, I never drank. And I was like, but then they would take me to parties that it was only seniors. And so I would be there, and I was having fun. But
now, did the kids your age think, "You're so lucky that you get to do that"?
Yeah, and then it kind of got like, and then, but I was getting like, when it was my birthday sophomore year, I hit all day because the seniors were like, "We're gonna fuck you up today." Oof. So I had to hide all day. This dude Mark, his girlfriend was a junior. She was like super hot. He was a senior, and he goes, we're sitting there at a party, kind of fucked up, and he goes, "All right, so if we end up breaking up next year when I go to college, the only guy I give you permission to date is Campanelli." And I'd be like,
"This literally sounds like the scene out of like
I know,
Can't Buy Me Love or something."
Like they would told me I could start parking in the senior lot as a sophomore.
There's a senior lot. Did we have any of that, Dave? Or am I just blocking it out?
We had a junior lot and a senior lot and everyone else's, but I was a sophomore and I drove end of sophomore year.
Question. The senior junior lot thing, was that a rule enforced by the school or is it a social thing?
It was more social,
Okay,
but
we had
you
that.
like could
We had
openly
that.
get in trouble. Like I was parking in senior lot and a couple of the seniors who weren't cool but were still seniors didn't like that. So sometimes I'd be driving and I'd hear like something hit my car. They'd throw like an apple at my car and be like, "You can't park here." And I'd be like, "Fucking yes, I can, dude." And then I
What kind
would.
of car was it? Your high school car. What was your high school car?
I think at that point I was only driving every now and then because I didn't have a car yet.
Just borrow mom's.
Yeah, so I don't remember what it was.
Rocking the
but-
station wagon with wood paneling.
But it was like the end. It was like
Very
the end.
John
I got
Hughes.
it early. It was like the end of sophomore year. Whatever. But then junior year, I was like popular.
And you knew it.
That's when I knew it. And freshman year, I was dating the hottest freshman. I was a junior. She was the hottest freshman. It was like that type of like out of a movie thing. And we dated the rest of high school.
What was her name?
Alexa.
Oh, what a high school name. What was her
She's
last-
great. She's
Alaska
awesome.
Peppercorn. It's probably something like that. yeah.
She's great. She's married. She's got kids.
Her dad's rich and drives a Rolls.
She was really awesome. But
Did you go on a date to the country club with her?
I mean, I don't.
Wait, I was joking. Did you guys have a country club?
Yeah, we had.
That's fucking amazing.
Several. Bro, my high school experience was a movie.
Yeah.
We would have kegs on the golf courses. On the weekend, the cops would come. We would
We
run.
did some stuff like that.
High school was diverse, though. It's weird because the public school was diverse, but my town is super white. But it was a diverse-ish school.
Your parents
so I
have a
shouldn't
boat?
say that. Not because of wealth. My dad grew up in Long
I
Island.
had a boat, and I'm poor as shit.
My
What are you
dad
talking
does because he grew up in Long Island, and like
Yeah, you
everyone
have to have
has a boat.
Yeah, it's a fishing culture.
It's actually been like he loves the boat more than us. Like it's like that.
There we go.
Like my mom is not happy with the purchase. It's been a lot of money.
Oh,
instead of
that's so
vacations,
great.
he
Dude,
has the boat.
Why aren't we watching this movie in
know.
1985?
Dude, it's my high school experience was literally like out of it was crazy. Like we would be at like keg parties, the police would show up.
And what would happen?
They would
Join in.
No, we would be hammered, and then they would read off of a list and be like, "Are the following people here?" And like name my name, and they'd be like, and a couple of us would be like, "They'd be like, get over here," and they'd be like, "Your parents are coming, go home."
Wow.
Because we were the athletes.
See, we had one
We were
keg
the
party.
athletes, and they'd be like, "Get out of here! You guys shouldn't be
Oh,
drinking."
that's so crazy. We had one keg party, big blowout party for our 16th birthday here at this house where we're at right now. And when the cops came to that, they almost arrested my dad.
Oh,
Different thing. And how it happened was, we were trying to keep everybody in the house and in the yard and stuff. And about 2 or 3 girls walked out onto the street, drunk out of their minds, and wandered into the headlights of a cop car. Because a few neighbors had called and said there's a big party going on and blah, blah, blah. And the cops came in and they sat my dad down and they're like, "You're going to jail."
well, I actually got a call from my baseball coach. He called my.
I love that it's all so connected.
He
like
called
that.
my ex-girlfriend's house looking for me because he knew I would be there, and because I never answered myself. I never answered myself. I had a cell phone
Answer your what?
finally. Cell
Oh,
phone.
you had cell phone in high school.
Barely the end of high school, but I never used it. I didn't like them. I didn't
had
like
none of
the
that.
phone, so I was never reachable.
Right.
And me and my girlfriend, we were very close. So we were always together, but I wasn't reachable. So I was at her house, and he calls. I got accused of like leading a group at a house party. I got accused of being one of the people to like knock down this person's fence at a house party, but I did not do that. I was there for like 10 minutes and I go,
Damn.
"Hey, I didn't do that." And he was like, "Well, your name came up and it'll be fine, but I just want to call and kind
It
of
was
get the
those
story."
seniors. They told on you.
No, this is when I was a senior.
Oh, it was the sophomores.
No, when I was a senior. But I don't know who did it, but this sophomore had a party and her house got destroyed and they had like a white picket fence and the fence got knocked down. I think when the cops came, everyone like literally just barreled over the fence.
I'm picturing this beautiful home with
It
a
is.
white picket fence and toilet paper streaming down from the trees because it was a wild party.
It's that bad. It was
Wow.
like Varsity Blues type
Some
party.
kid has a DeLorean for some fucking reason.
And
Yeah,
so
I love it.
And so like I was like, I didn't do that. Like this is crazy.
Yeah. The person's house was sophomore. See, that's why David and I did that kegger because we were sophomores. It was for our 16th birthday and we thought this is going to be the biggest party of the fucking year and it's going to make us the coolest guys on the planet. And it's
Dad almost got arrested.
my dad almost gets arrested. There's like a helicopter, 6 squad cars outside. It was crazy. And but what it did is it kind of went down in the history of our, like to this day when I run into a person that I went to high school with, they're like, "Dude, your 16th birthday party." Like it's that. But I don't, So when I asked you, did you know you were popular? See, I didn't know I was popular in high school until way after high school.
I just always, I didn't know what popular meant because like I was always in the newspapers. Like I was always for like sports.
Popular.
But I always had attention on me. So like I didn't know I was popular. Like I just was always like, even when, I mean, think about it, freshman year, I was popular in a bad way, but everyone knew who I was.
You were.
So
you were famous. You were infamous.
I'm a little bit like, I've always kind of had that level of like, because even in middle school in Pennsylvania, like when you just play sports, being, you know, like when you're in the local paper, everyone reads that. So like I grew up always kind of being like, in high school, I've got page-long pictures of me in the paper.
That goes to my next question. Did you ever consider going to college on a sports scholarship, on an athletic scholarship?
Well, I played baseball in college.
Oh, so that's how you got into college. Was it a scholarship? Yeah. See, that's crazy. I didn't know that about you.
I played Division I baseball.
No shit.
Funny party story. I didn't really throw a lot of parties. I threw this one party one time. My parents were gone, and
was it a secret? They didn't know you were doing.
Yeah,
it?
of course not.
Even more
And
like a movie.
That's so
and
great.
it got. But this is how it always happened. But I never threw parties. But I threw this one party, and it got out of control, and everything ended up being okay for the most part. But a couple of my friends stayed after, and I was like, "Hey, we need to like clean up." So basically, the deal
You and
was,
one other person?
No, a couple of us. They were like, we were like, it was fucked up. My buddy Lanza was like jumping off of. I have a deck that's like high up, and he got so drunk he kept jumping off he could have died. He kept jumping off the deck, thinking it was funny, and landing, and just like it was at a movie. Like I'm pretty sure my buddy PJ at one point accidentally punched a hole in the wall or something. I covered up with a picture frame. So
that's so funny, man. That's like right out of a damn John Hughes movie.
I made a deal with them. You can order porn on the TV if we all clean up. And we cleaned the house so well. Like, I don't know, everyone was just drinking all-nighters. Cleaned the house so well that's what got me caught. When my parents came home, they went,
"This is way too
Did you mop
clean.
the floors?"
Yeah.
And
why is Grandma's picture there all of a sudden?
But then what the tipper was, what really got them, is people were smoking cigarettes outside. There was a decorative candle that who cares, but my mom never used. It was outside on a step used, and my mom, I'll never forget, they walked in and went, "Something's up." Yeah. And then my mom goes, "My good candle!"
Credits. Jake, credits.
Yeah, credits. That's the end of it.
And that's what got it.
Don't
Somebody
you
used her good candle
forget
about me.
No. That's great, dude. I would have been so happy. I'd have been like, well, at least you had the responsibility to clean the place up after the party. See, where we fucked up is what we should have done is we should have made a no drinking in the house policy when we had ours and kept it in the backyard because did just alcohol and shit all over the house on the rug and everything. But man.
I remember one time there was this house party and this house got destroyed and it was a nice, mansion. This house got destroyed. And people were talking about it. Apparently, like, people from like other schools came. People were like walking out of the house with paintings. Like they were like straight up robbing the person's house. It wasn't a party. It was a robbery.
It was a looting.
Yeah, it was not
God
good.
Damn. What happens at the end of that movie?
What?
What happens at the end of that movie? They walk in and go.
Well, I don't want to say, but it was a very white house, and I think one of the dudes, at least I saw taking a painting out, was not white. So that ending might end dark.
Hey, don't you? It's so good.
That might be more of a.
Oh, it's so fun.
Yeah,
Dude, I miss those days, and it's innocence. You know what I mean?
miss those. Dude, kids can't do that now,
can't
man.
do that. There's
Everything's
no way.
camera
And first
phones.
of all, they're not even hanging out. Like, it's coming back though. I think hanging out's coming back. Dude, I thought malls were going away, and malls were a huge part of the culture growing up in the '80s, especially. And I thought they were going away. I went to the mall recently to get something. I had to pick something up from Nordstrom's for my wife. That shit was packed. It was so packed with youngsters, the kids. And I thought, you know what? I went like this. I went, everything's going to be all right. Feel the beat and the rhythm of the night. Don't just stand it, won't lie. The better the worries on you.
Hey, kid, let me see your ID. This is a fake. I think the kids are going to be all right. They've got fakes again.
Oh, it's so fun.
I remember when we white privileged kids, we used to drive into the Bronx because there was this one place there who didn't give a shit. If you had, you could literally just write on a piece of like a note card, "Hey, I'm 21," and just be like, "This is my ID," and they'd be like, "All right, checks out." Anyway,
They get busted. Why did you think these guys were on? He wrote it on paper.
yeah. Well, yeah,
Hey, it's Brooklyn.
It's all right. You guys are about to buy $300 worth of booze. I think
my
I can look
God,
the other way.
that's so
But the
funny.
place was so bad where like we would go in there and just get Colt 45s and all these beers. And like you'd hear someone would have to say in the
45.
car, and you'd hear someone be like, "Guys, hurry up! There's someone with a hammer coming this way."
No
and they would just be like a transient with a hammer walking towards the car. It was like the
Yo,
Bronx,
dude.
This place we knew it. We were like the Bronx. This one place.
Colt 45, kid.
We'd go and then we'd pregame in the woods.
In the woods. Dave, we didn't have woods.
We would have Colt 45s. We'd
living-
throw up and then we'd keep going out.
Growing up in Long Beach was friggin' awesome. But did we have woods? The only like cool thing like that I could remember doing is remember ice blocking?
Yeah.
So what we would do is we would go to the liquor store back when they still had the big ice machines and you can get a block of ice.
Oh yeah.
And we would go to the golf course that were real hilly and just and slide down the hill on a block of ice.
That's fun too.
you forget about me.
College jungle juice parties.
What is that? Didn't go to college.
Jungle juice parties were really
Now, where did
basically
you go to college?
Quinnipiac University.
Did you stay at the college? Live
Yeah.
there? Wow.
Dude, it was. I had
missed
so
all
much.
that.
I actually had so much fun in high school and college. At the end of high school and in college, that it's like, it's actually unfair. I didn't like. Jungle juice parties was just vodka and Kool-Aid mix.
Damn.
And then would be big jugs
Just
of it.
sugar and alcohol.
But this was really bad.
Worst hangover.
It was really bad. And the girls would get really drunk from it. It was bad. Like if I saw, because I was always very appropriate, if I saw a girl with like red ring, I'd go,
yeah.
she's too fucked up to talk to.
Yeah.
They would just come just like, hey, and I'd be like, oh no.
And then they got married.
Jungle juice parties were fun.
Jungle juice parties.
They would be like jungle juice parties in the wherever, I forgot what the dorms are called, and then everyone would go, and it was just like, yeah, we used to get fucked up in college. We were like, ultimately though, I'm sure bad stuff happened in college. I know that there was like a lot of, but like my friends and stuff, like with all that going on, all things considered, we were like pretty good kids. I mean, like,
See, I wish I liked school more because I would have definitely done the college thing.
but I'm thinking like now if they had camera phones prevalent back then,
done.
we would have been dumb, but nothing bad was happening.
Done.
It just would have been like done. I mean, we did dumb. I remember we were playing beer pong, and this one dude was like, "I'm gonna jump on the beer pong table." It was just a giant piece of wood, and he went to go jump on the beer pong table, and he flew off it because of the way that we had it set up. It was like springy because it was just a giant piece of wood. And he jumped off of it. And I remember
Like a wrestling cage.
The beer pong table flipped on its side, so it was just a piece of wood like this. And then he landed like this. His entire body looked like it fell into two. And he was wasted. We were on the ground
Laughing.
but scared.
Yeah.
Scared laughing.
Dude,
Scared
nothing
laughing.
funnier than your boy
He was
getting
on the
injured.
ground like this, and then he just got
dude.
up. And there was like a wooded area behind that party we were at, and he just ran off into the woods. And I was like, "You're gonna die, turn into a werewolf."
It was so funny laughing at your friend's misfortune. I remember when one night we were doing Ding Dong Ditch 'em at night, like in middle school, and we rang this girl's doorbell that we knew. She was so hot, and her sister was there. And we start running, right? And our buddy Chucky just falls forward and just Pete Roses in the middle of the street, or Aaron Pete Roses it in the middle of the street, and we're like dying laughing. But then you think as an adult, like he could have lost a layer of fucking skin.
No, there's a lot of stuff that immediately made me.
Remember riding in the back of our friends' pickup trucks in the city?
Dangerous.
Before that was not illegal. I remember you cut your hand open once because we were in the bed of a pickup truck and he thought it was funny. And we thought it was funny too for him to fucking, we're all, yeah. But my brother held onto the side and it like sliced his hand open.
We all, like, you probably should have died 20 times.
Oh, 100 times. But going back to what I was talking about, we had the brain working. Our brains, we had to figure shit out.
Yeah, it's true.
We had to figure
It's
shit out.
true.
Every night you went out, you knew, subconsciously or consciously, you knew something's going to happen tonight that I'm going to need to figure out how to get the fuck out
Do you
of.
want to hear?
Right?
Do you want to hear
Yeah.
truly? Okay, this is the truth. So I have to be on social media for career stuff. I don't want to be on it, and I'll tell you. I can tell you this right now.
It's hell.
I can tell you this right now. When Facebook first came out, like first really entered my sphere, I was never on MySpace. I was never a MySpace guy.
I was on there for a minute.
Okay, I wasn't on it. Sophomore year of college is when Facebook came out for me. Like, it's when, like, people were getting it at my school.
I was already doing comedy when you graduated. You said 08?
I graduated in 08.
I started stand-up in 06.
Yeah, so 06 is probably when I was a sophomore maybe then. I don't know. Anyway, or I don't remember. Sophomore year, maybe 05 I was a sophomore. When it came out, I thought it was weird.
Yeah.
I didn't like it. And it was
I didn't understand it.
It was kind of being used, Facebook was kind of being used as like girls, guys at Facebook, girls,
it was a
friend girls
thing,
that they
wasn't it?
liked and what?
But it was for college campuses, wasn't it, when it first came out?
Yeah, so when it hit my campus, it was a sophomore year, and people were on it, and I feel like they were using it to hook up, which is fine. I had a girl.
Why not?
So I didn't have a girlfriend in sophomore year. When it first came out, everyone was like, "You have to sign up for this," and I was like, "I just hate this stuff." Same, I hated my cell phone. Like, I hated technology. Yeah. I understood it for certain things, but I didn't like it for the social aspects because I just didn't like that. I remember I signed up for Facebook. You're going to think this is a good thing. I thought it was weird. I signed up. Then you had to log back off to log back in officially. So I signed up, logged off, logged back in. Within 20 seconds, I had 3 friend requests. I thought it was so weird that I deleted it. I went, I don't want this. And then I didn't have it again until I was a senior.
Here's how I know it's trouble. It was trouble too when I first started doing Facebook, or even MySpace. And I would get friend requests, or for that, it was like exciting. I was like, whoa, that's why I know, this shit is addicting. I'm like, oh, this is cool. Because when I started doing MySpace, I was already doing stand-up. So I'm like, shit, new fan base. But it's just, I never got good.
You know what I think another thing that they have rolled out for us slowly, and I think that we're in such a weird cult mentality time period.
Yes.
And you know what I think plays into that, and I'll never understand why they call it this, and I've thought about this for over a decade. I thought it was weird. I want fans. Listen to me. I want fans. I don't understand, and they started with Twitter back when Twitter came out. I don't understand calling it followers.
Right.
I don't get it, and I think that has made this weird. Like when you're following someone and then other people are following them, now you're like, I'm their follower. And I think it's...
That's why I like friends better.
I think it's fans, friends, something.
But followers, yeah.
It's doing something to people where they have this allegiance to people where it's like, this Joe, I follow Joe Rogan. It's like, fall off with him. He's not doing the right thing.
Right.
You don't have to show this allegiance. Legion of Skanks has crazy cult following. And I think it's like this following, people can't break from that. I've been following this person for a long time.
Right.
And then when more people are doing it,
they think they know him personally.
And then when it's literally a cult. They're cultivating cults. Yeah. And I think it's so unhealthy. I just don't think it should be called follower. I've always thought it was weird, and it's been a slow burn.
But dude, going back to the 80s thing, and what you're talking about, I watched this thing on YouTube, and I watched it because it was the entire cast of Breakfast Club. Now. Okay. And they were at a convention, and they were talking about their experiences on the thing and how much they loved it, and then they started talking about their children, and Molly Ringwald said, and you said this, but was it you that told me this? That they're making content now, television shows, movies, they're dumbing down the plots and all this stuff because they know at some point you're going to look away to look at your phone, and they don't want you to get lost in the story. So she said, I finally this year let my kids watch The Breakfast Club. And she goes, and I have to brag, they didn't touch their phones one time during the movie. Boom, boom, boom. And then another guy, and they're all talking about their kids. And then the last question for the panel, and it was all of them, they're all still around. They said, what do you think is the worst thing about now compared to then? And all of them said, their phones.
Yeah.
Without exception. Nobody tried to be, well, it could be the phone. No, they're just like the fucking phones.
And now they're actually building content around
vertical
built in, knowing that like you're gonna be.
They're making vertical movies and vertical television shows. I don't even know why I call it television shows. It's not on television. And what is it? Does a television exist? I don't even know what the fuck that is anymore. Like the TVs that we have on our walls, they're just giant fucking iPhones. Because you do everything on the TV that you do on the iPhone. Like, in other words,
our attention
I'm at home watching my 70-inch thing. Not my people.
Well, no one's made it this far through the podcast yet.
Right?
So,
yeah. And then I have to go somewhere, and I'm like, and I used to be, I'll get back to this when I get home. No, I just go, let me transfer that onto this device, and let me watch it while I'm walking. Let me watch, you know what I mean? There's just no...
Glue it to my face.
Yes. And now they got these glasses where you could fucking videotape everything Dude, there's no... I mean, I'm a broken record.
It's a business. And but the worst part about this all is that it's to line like 5 different people's pockets.
No, the worst part is that I don't have more followers.
Same. Won't you? Roll credits about me. See him in the smoky room. Smell the wine and chicken.
I like the idea of a party where running into the woods is an option.
Yeah, that's so great. We just ran into traffic.
Yeah.
Damn, dude.
All right.
You guys, thanks so much for joining us on this episode of So Sad and So Real. Make sure you continue to rate and review at Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever it is that you download your favorite pod, and check us out.
I'm going to go listen to Glory Days. Goodbye.
Yeah, Glory Days. In the middle of the hunger, glory days.